You turn this down ever so slightly. That's wrong. Okay, there we go. To the Discord. He's still muted. Give him a second. Time to send out all of these notifications. Book, book.
Anybody else joining us, or
I invited people, but seemed like they didn't really want to, or maybe want to, just didn't have the time for it. I mean, something like that. I'm not sure. Hey, Trash. Hey, Josh. And hey, Tyler.
Hi.
Hi. I feel like this music is too relaxing. I feel like I need something a little bit upbeat, but not super copyright either. But I don't know what to do.
Try your best. That's my advice.
I'm trying really hard right now.
Try even harder.
Oh man. What do you want me to break something? I'll strain my back or something if I try too hard.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't want to. So, welcome everybody. Let me get rid of this thing right here. Daddy Josh is very depressed. Why are you very depressed? That's not good. This way, where is it? There you are. Okay. So, welcome everybody to the Whisky Jazz podcast, kind of a thing, where we talk about stuff that maybe we shouldn't talk about. Sometimes, where other times, I really wish the little box would stop exploding out of the side there. But in other times, we talk about things that people probably don't want to know, but they're going to like totally learn about stuff anyway. Yes, it made complete sense. If anybody doubts me, I'll cut you. I'll cut you.
Don't cut me. I'm okay.
But today we're talking about games from childhood, you know, classic games, good, like, you know, best games that we played in the long times ago when we were young lads, still in our prime. Ita, how you doing? I don't want to talk about it. Well, you brought it up, so I assume you want to talk about it. We're here for you, Mr. Josh. You can talk to us in the chat. You don't have to, like, hold it in. Just let it go all over us.
I'm not okay with that. I don't consent.
Remember, consenting is way better than not consenting. Excuse you?
Oh, okay. Where you're going with that?
I don't know, dude. I'm super tired. Daddy, you need to suck. Good old trash out, giving everybody, like, relief.
Okay.
Of course he means to hug. What else would he be talking about? Anyway, let's go ahead and start it off with getting our drinks ready. What do you have anything to drink, Mr. Tyler? Maybe some cranberry juice? Again,
Nothing.
You came onto the whiskey chest and you brought nothing with you?
Yeah. I'm that guy that goes to the party but doesn't bring anything to eat.
I mean, I'd give you something to drink if I could, but I can't teleport it.
And that's your problem.
Yeah, it is. But, see, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So, if you do have a drink and like this guy, go ahead and grab it. Give it a good look, maybe a little kiss on the cheek. And raise it up. And give a nice little toast to Mr. Josh, who's feeling very sad and stuff. You feel suicidal. That's not good, and you should definitely talk to someone about that is a trained professional.
And not two random dudes on the internet or their chat.
But if you would like to talk to us about it, you can. Anyone want to take a nice drink? I'm drinking Lafroy 10, which has been described as French kissing a cigar-smoking walrus. Or in my opinion, drinking the sea while you're being deep-throated by a smoke monster.
They both sound like something you would say.
It is good. Very... There's like a lot going on inside. I will describe it to you in vivid detail. So here you are, okay? You're sitting in like a little raft. And you're like, I'm gonna take a drink of water because I'm in the sea. But it is salt water, so I'm gonna die anyway, but at least I can have water inside of me. And you're like, oh hey, that's pretty salty water. It reminds me of the ocean because I'm on the ocean. And the smoke monster is like, hey. And it doesn't offer the consent and then just plows it right down your throat. And it's exactly what it's like. Okay, maybe not exactly what it's like. But then after he's done being inside of your throat, because, you know, smoke monsters. Sponsored by Camelback. As they do. Don't ask why he's in the middle of the ocean. He has a raft to him. A little smoky raft. And... I had a Russian brother who died trying to save me in a war. I think, Josh, I swear to the fucking gods that if you're doing more of that roleplay stuff, because last time, one of the last times he was here, he was saying that he had like a son and he's like 15 and the son is like 18 years old or something. So if you're doing more of the roleplay stuff, please don't do that, because you're, you know, I'm suicidal, but you're out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about like serious shit.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not. It's no bueno, as the Spanish would say. But I'm not Spanish. Meanwhile...
Oh yeah, he said he's 15, so he wouldn't even be in a war. God damn it, Josh.
Yeah, that's something you're not supposed to joke about. There's actual people that... Oh my god, I got over it. I mean...
You got over it? Oh yeah, you're playing Getting Over It right now. That's right.
Yo, I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it.
You're being serious right now? I mean, if you are, then sorry, but...
I want to stop playing right now. I got as far as I ever got.
Well, then keep going.
No, I don't want to get over it.
But, what war did you fight in, even though you're like 14 or 15?
A Russian brother who died trying to save me in
And
war.
I guess he wouldn't mind speaking some Russian in chat. I mean, he is his Russian brother. He's from Russia.
I mean, what, the Ukrainian war, I guess? Maybe?
No idea. But we have other things to talk about.
Yeah, I have my list of games up right now. I had to write them all down last night at like midnight on the pooper. Said, oh, I gotta get my games together.
I'm gonna save the big deals for the end. It starts with an H and ends with a 3.
Halo 3.
God damn it! You spoiled. He spoiled it. He spoiled everything.
Oops.
It was the signal because you would have known I was talking about. Other people might have been like, "Huh, Half-Life 3 confirmed what or something."
Yeah. I didn't put that on my list because that wasn't really too much my childhood. That was like early,
David.
early
It was more David, I think.
years.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. You know, like
You're older than
just
me.
like you know, classic
Yeah, I got a few.
like
of them.
childhood things.
Yeah, I got
like
a few.
yeah, like if you're 15 or 16, you're still a child. You know, if you're, you know, it'd still technically be a part of your childhood. But
Halo, yeah.
yeah, but you can go ahead and start.
Oh, okay. First up on my list, I got my classic Perfect Dark 2. Have you played that?
I think I have, but I think it was on one of those old school like demo discs you'd get it from like magazines.
I don't think it was on a demo disc. I had the actual disc. Sorry.
Why do you? Oh god, I have made an error. Hold on, the chat is I booked it.
Okay.
Well, not the chat, but like the chat on the screen. I made it slightly explode. Look at that. That looks a little bit better. I need to make this box bigger. I actually made like here I'll show it on the screen. I'm sorry for interrupting you real quick, but
no, it's all good. I'm trying to get over it.
All those noises.
I got over it.
He's got over it. He's over it. But I got this. This is a. I'll incorporate this into the.
No.
Into the thing here. But I got actually. Can you stop that?
Sorry. I'm trying to get over it.
This is what I was talking about in the Discord.
I know.
But something along these lines. That's what I use for the YouTube thumbnail, but. I swear it's like a sperm thing. I think Josh is heavily into roleplay.
Oh my god, I fell. Oh.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm not a designer. Maybe I can see if Mr. Dadbod can make a cool chest or something. But yeah, that's it. So, what is this Perfect Dark 2? I remember seeing it a few times, so I just can't really remember what it's about. And it's the most excitement we've heard from Tyler. Like, I need to find something slightly more upbeat, I think, but I don't know what. So I don't want to be heavily. I mean, maybe if I put it low enough, I wouldn't have to worry too much about copyright. But you never know. You never know. So you gonna answer the question?
I was, yeah. It's sort of similar to GoldenEye, only that it's not GoldenEye, if that makes sense. It has like the same mechanics and everything, but it's a different story, and obviously, but people compare it to the other GoldenEye. But it was fun. I had a lot of good memories playing that game. It had a multiplayer feature.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was really one of the god damn it, one of the best games I played. Hold on,
what was it for?
Get over it. I believe original Xbox.
Oh, so it's not that old.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Played the shit out of that.
So, let me see. Maybe I can find like an electro swinging instrumental. I don't think these are long enough. I mean, oh wait, damn it! What? All of these have like really short times. I want like a big collection of like instrumental. Oh wait, no.
God damn it!
What about this? What does this sound like?
Sounds
I
like
mean,
music.
Does sound like music.
I have both our streams muted, so I had no idea.
Let me
You're
skip.
asking the wrong person.
This seems a little bit more upbeat.
Okay, hold on. I got roll my sleeves for this one.
Okay, so let me see. One of the games I played a lot as a kid was definitely Pokemon Yellow. And that was one of the first games I actually had before I got like actual console. And I remember I was like really stupid. Like really dumb. And it took me forever to do like getting through basic things and stuff. And like I didn't even know how to save, so I thought every time you turned it off, you had to like start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. I mean, it didn't take long to figure it out, but it was still kind of funny. And I spent so much time playing Pokemon Yellow, just a bunch of time. It was a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if we're talking about Pokemon games, I don't know if you know, I don't know if I told anybody, I think just Revy knows, but I played a shitload of Pokemon Ruby, like an absolute metric fuck ton. That was like my go-to like portable game. Like, oh my god, I just have so many memories. Rip my boy Trico. I don't know. He was my starter, my favorite Pokemon. But now I have my new DS. I have Omega Ruby, and I chose Mudkip instead for my new run. He's alright. He's good.
You're very crackly.
You're crackly.
Like it's only like here and there, but it's like really weird.
It might be because I don't have my Ethernet cable plugged in.
Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I remember playing a lot of Ruby too. It was a fun one. I think Gold is still. I don't know. It's probably a tie between Gold and like Ruby. I really liked Gold because I mean I was stupid and I was like, oh, I'm time traveling because you know once you finish the Gold part, you go back to the Kanto region. And it's like, oh my god, I'm back in time. Oh, that's amazing. What kind of mystical and wonderful things will I find here? Can I alter time? And then like a few years later, I was like, oh, I've just traveled to, it's a region, not a timeline. I was like, oh, well, I feel dumb. I think someone had to explain it to me at school. I felt really dumb afterward. Yeah.
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. Oh my god, this is really starting to aggravate me now. Like, it's pushing me out of my zen. Oh, never mind. I'm back. Back, baby.
Sure.
Oh, please. God, if you're up there, please, just let me have this. Come on.
Okay,
Okay, next game.
Are you sure you can keep playing
yeah,
that?
I'm good.
Few minutes later.
You messed me up. Alright, next I got, oh my god, this game Time Splitters 2. Have you heard of it or seen it? Or...
I can look it up right now, but I have heard of it.
Look it up. Oh my god, dude. That was like multiplayer, like go to your friend's house heaven. Like honestly, that it was so fun. So many like missions you could do, or not really missions. It was like you and your friends converse the AI or each other, and like a deathmatch and stuff like that. It was some of the best times I had as a kid.
I've never played this. This man has a wonderful mustache.
I never beat the campaign, but I got close. I got like second to last mission because the game started getting more difficult as they do. Yeah. But now, like the multiplayer split screen, it's like comparable to like 007s. Speaking of that, that's also on my list. But enough about me. What about you?
Well, first I should probably stop this real quick. Josh, if you are having issues, even though this doesn't make sense because you have had different stories every time you've been here, but like if you are having issues, then I definitely would suggest to call a number and get help that way. As opposed to everybody else, just leave it alone. And how is everybody doing? I mean, feel free, because it's a podcast, but it's a live podcast, so that means for the people in the chat, you can also join in on your childhood games that you really, really liked as well. Something... Wait, what? I can't read it. How did I know you'd say something like that? Cold nipple, pointy cold. Don't give the trolls attention, that's what they feed off of. I mean, doesn't mean he's a troll, there could be other reasons too. But let's see, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was actually gonna say that in a second. GoldenEye 007, big game I had. It was very easy for like friends to play with you. I remember doing lots of stuff with friends on that. Fuck.
Funny enough, I actually didn't play GoldenEye. I didn't have that 007 game. I had a different one, which I'll talk about.
Oh, GoldenEye is where it's at.
Yeah.
Especially when you're an old man like me.
Yeah, that was kind of like out of my wheelhouse. I was too young. When did that come out? Like 1997?
Oh, I don't even know, man.
I think it came out in 1997.
007 GoldenEye. Holy shit, you nailed it right on the head.
Oh, I know my game. I know my lore. Yeah, that came out before I was even born.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, by the way, for anybody that also played it as a lot as a childhood, you're literally Hitler if you played Oddjob. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm remembering the right guy. He had a very, very tiny head, kind of overpowered, kind of bullshit. Pretty sure that was the one. Your turn, Mr. Tyler.
Well, keeping on the scope of 007 games, I played 007, what's it called again? Everything or Nothing, the 2003 James Bond game that came out.
Which one did you get? Everything or Nothing?
Yeah, that one. That was so good.
But which did you get everything or did you get nothing?
No, the game's God damn it, Craig. The game's name is Everything or Nothing. But that had also really good multiplayer. But like you didn't play as characters from the movies, you played as like KGB spies and like MI6. So oh my god, I just fell off the cliff again. So it was fun, like shooty up video game next to obviously Time Splitters, but I remember just going over to my friend's house for a sleepover. Him, his sister, me, and my brother would just play the shit out of that game all night. It was so good. Like honestly, those are good times. Those were memories, but
sounds like good times. Golf with Friends isn't a classic game from your childhood, so that came out like what a year or two ago?
Like 2 years ago. Classic.
Classic. Roller coaster game, a roller coaster tycoon. I'm assuming for PS2. One of those. I never got into those, but I know some people, especially like Mr. Trash, who enjoyed them a lot.
I played one for like 360, but I didn't own it. My cousins did. I liked it. I forgot the name of it. I should look it up.
Another one from my childhood is definitely Doom.
I never played Doom.
You're not old enough,
Again, I'm
a
youngie here.
But yeah, I played, and I actually played it in like not the correct order.
No.
I played Doom 3 on my friend's Xbox, and I was like, Doom is really cool. And then I was playing the original Doom, and I was like, oh, these are very different games. But then I was like, oh, hey, the original Doom is really, really good. Doom 3 is not really a Doom game. Just more Doom themed with more horror elements. But yeah. But yeah, that was a great time. Your turn.
Oh, let's see. I have a game fucking remembers. I don't even think you'll know this one. Do you know a game called Future Cop LAPD?
No.
Exactly. this game I remember playing, but I was so young playing it that it's almost like fuzzy to remember this shit. But I just remember that you're a cool mech and you fly around as a cop.
This looks gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gross, but I'll tell you what, when I was probably like 3 years old when that game I was playing it was the best game ever. Like those were some good games there. I just fell off the cliff again. Oh,
if we're talking about mechs now, then one of my favorite mech, I think it's only there was like 2 or 3 actual games involved mechs, and that's got to be one of them is the classic Mech Warrior. Another one is Robotech Battlecry. And then one was like some Gundam game I can't even remember the name of, but those were all fun. I miss Robotech was cool, dude. Because you could you were like a robot, then you could go into like a half robot, half like fighter jet, and then you could go full fighter jet. So you could be on the ground, you could go like super flying. It just went like all over the place. It was really cool. Let me see if I can...
I looked it up. It looks like it aged alright. The graphics not too that bad. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm looking at it right now. It definitely doesn't look too great, considering when it came out. But boy, as a kid, it was just fun. Mech Warrior looked pretty good at this time. I only ever got to play it when I went to my grandpa's though, because I think it's only a PC game, and he had a PC that could do it, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your turn.
I just went.
I know I was throwing out my Robotechs and my Gundams.
I don't know. Well, I kind of ran out of things.
You're running out of
Halo.
things?
I went through my list, but I have a little bit more. Halo Reach. People say that they hated it, but I love that game. The Forge World. Oh, had me staying up to like 4 a.m. just with a bunch of buddies playing all different types of game modes. Just building maps and stuff.
Yeah, that's actually where I met Dylan and David. Because it was, did they ever tell you the story? It was actually really dumb now I think about it.
No, they never told me.
I know it's super stereotypical. But we played with them on a game. I sent them a message, and I invited them to my clan.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
that's why I joined my clan.
Yeah, pretty much. And they did.
1,600 Microsoft points.
No, it was anything like that. It was, we had some fun times. And I don't know if you know Spacer is when he was there too.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, didn't think so. Hey, Fish. But, so what was I saying? Yes, the thing, the game. Oh, yes, Reach. Reach was pretty cool, but I mean, it got rid of my battle rifle for a DMR, and then the game started making no sense.
But the DMR was so good.
I didn't, it was way too RNG, like, cause with Halo 3, if you fucked up, you could usually tell exactly why you fucked up. On Halo Reach, it was some guy could mash the button as fast as he could and hit every shot somehow. Whereas, like, and it'll just, like, would, like, hit any... It was weird, but that Forge World was, fantastic.
Right? You could build so much stuff with it.
Yeah, but it just didn't have the same quality of game, like, custom games as Halo 3 did, though.
Yeah.
Like, bigger isn't necessarily better.
Well, a lot of it was recreated though. Like, you could rebuild like all the different custom games, which I was there for. Oh my god, dude! Like Fat Kid, you got Ice Cream Man, you got
Trash Compactor.
Did you play Predator?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Predator was so good. Whoever made that map on original like Halo 3 was the man or woman. Like that was such a good map.
Yeah. I can't believe you're running out of games already, because last time we were talking about this, you said you'd be able to go on for hours.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember saying that.
See, another...
Oh, I have another one, but I'll let you go next. Or did you already go?
Nope. My turn.
Go ahead, have it.
Another one of my favorite childhood games was Conker's Bad Fur Day on Nintendo 64. I played that a lot, really enjoyed it, and had fun multiplayer. And then, like, if you went unarmed, you could start peeing on people. It was great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, next I have, what's this game's name? I have to actually Google it. So, give me, like, 1 second. It was...
Hey, Fish. What you been up to today, Mr. Fish? The first Doom terrified you?
It was called, oh, here it is. Voodoo Vince for Xbox.
Voodoo Vince.
Yeah. Playing this game, oh my god, this is like...
A hat came up for me. I don't think I typed it in right.
Yeah, it's probably not. Probably Voodoo Vince for Xbox. Just type that. Like, this game, oh... You played as a voodoo doll, and it was similar to, Crash Bandicoot.
Voodoo Vince. I did Voodoo Vince. And they came with a bunch of hats, surprisingly, not even a vent.
Yeah.
PP? Going PP on people? Yes, indeed. What is this game about? Oh, it's a platformer.
Yeah, it's similar to Crash Bandicoot.
Ew, gross. Doesn't look like Crash Bandicoot. It looks more like a Ratchet and Clank or something.
Nah, probably. I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
Good enough.
I didn't like Crash Bandicoot as a kid. Or maybe more like a Banjo-Kazooie.
Maybe. Probably. It was rated T for teen, and I was playing it way before I was a teenager, just saying.
You rebel, you. Oh yeah, well, I was playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, that's rated M. It's a Nintendo game. Just surprising.
No, Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, my thing was more published by Nintendo. Hey, Super Smash Bros. Was good. Played a lot of that, but never as much as some other people, though. Like, some other people I know, you played it, like, a lot. They've never been, like, that into fighting games, I guess. It's just all kind of been like a... Crash was poop, yes. Bad controls, camera angles were annoying. I mean, some people really like it, just it wasn't for me.
Oh,
See, another one of mine is definitely the Jak and Daxter series. I didn't like the first one very much, but I really, really, really liked 2 and 3. Those are some really, really good times, especially because I was like becoming an edgy teenager at that time. Well, not really edgy, I was never really too edgy. But a teenager, so it was like, oh, cool, it's like taking the guns and stuff, man. I can steal a car, what? A hover car, That was some great times. You're 10. I might keep one.
So, if we're going to talk about fighting games, the fighting game that I got was Mortal Kombat. But I didn't play for the fighting games, or the fighting gameplay in it, because they had a mode, which is Mario Kart mode, where you could drive around on little carts and just race your friends, and that's all I played on that. I didn't even play the fighting part of it. Well, actually, I played a little bit of it. It was weird. Like, it wasn't like stage fighting. Well, there was a mode, but like, you ran around and did shit. You beat up things, and then you had to fight people. But it was strange. It was fun.
It was
I had a lot of
strange.
fun playing it.
Sounds pretty strange. I'm kind of slowly going up to, like, from sort of the bottom-ish, like, up to the more memorable, get me kind of teary-eyed. So I'm working my way up there, I still got several to go through, though. Let's see, another one was a game a lot of people probably don't even remember anymore. It was a game by the name of Neopets.
Neopet.
Does anybody remember Neopets?
Yes, I remember. I didn't have a Neopet though.
I had a
Talk
bunch.
about that.
I still have a few, like, on top of my bookshelf over there.
Dude, that's so sad.
I
don't know if that's sad or just meant.
Why? I'm not gonna just throw it out just cause.
Yeah.
I get like
Yeah,
it got
trash and surprise.
I got like a tiger thingy, and I got like Scorchio, which is my favorite, you know, the little dragon fuck.
Mm.
And I remember playing a lot of that, especially with a friend. It probably wouldn't have been as like memorable if it wasn't for the fact it was with a friend.
Yeah.
But the age of Neopets didn't last very long, but it was a good time.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna be on the subject of buying shit to play games, I guess you can count Webkins.
Oh yes, Webkins! I remember Webkins.
One, and that was it.
That's
as far as I went with it. You had a few. Yo, what pet did you have?
I don't even remember. It was.
I remember mine.
I think I had like a cat thing.
I had the toucan.
Toucan Sam. I got Toucan Sam. I got Tony the Tiger.
Let me see. Webkins toucan. What was that toucan's name? I know they get official names.
Sam.
No, that's the toucan for the cereal. Yo, he's retailed $33. What the fuck?
Oh damn, the prices probably went up.
Yo, I gotta go find my toucan.
That price point is probably from like
Walmart.
Oh wait, did they? Oh, from Walmart. They still sell them? What?
I believe so.
Oh shit.
Unused code with a. Oh, he's retired. He's $20 on Amazon. He gets a code too.
Oh damn, dude! You can make bank to all $20.
I could have made so much money if I didn't use that code.
Damn. Okay.
That toucan now.
Sam.
Go away.
Why? I got Tony the Tiger. Let's go kidnap that leprechaun fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it ain't.
Run to Walmart.
I'm not going to Walmart. I don't want that anymore. I'm not paying $30 for something I'll never use.
True, true.
Oh, I got another one, but you can go.
Okay. I played this a little bit more fervently than Neopets, but it was still a fun time. It's a game called Adventure Quest. A lot of people probably don't even know what the fuck it is.
I actually do. Is that like the browser game that's also like I don't know.
And it had the Sword of Awe. You had to be a member. Yeah, that was that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I played that a lot with a friend too. That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I played it, but I never got far into it. Like I don't think I got past like the tutorial. I know of it, and that's about it. That's all my scope of it goes. Next I got everybody's favorite Club Penguin.
Never played in my life.
You never. How do I leave this chat? I'm done. Dude, Club Penguin took up my life between 4th and 5th grade. That's all my life was good old fashioned Club Penguin.
Wait, how old is it? The average 4th grader? Like 12 or something? Maybe even younger. Probably younger.
I'll be right back.
He's gonna go measure. He's gonna go do some hard research. I'm trying to think of how... See, he's like... I think Tyler's like, what, 18? 19? So if he was... Yeah, I don't know. I think Club Penguin came out around the time I was like... definitely too old to be interested in a game like that. I think. Cannot confirm. Very small. So, how... yes. People, hello. How are you doing? Talk to me about things. Tyler is a baby.
No, I'm not. I'm big boy.
He can put his big boy pants on. I'm a big boy.
Yeah. But yeah.
So Club Penguin.
Yeah, I was kind of like the guy who didn't buy the membership till like really late. I remember like getting like 5 memberships for my birthday. And I was
Hey,
like,
Doobie.
I could buy so much stuff now. But
What'd
yeah,
how you doing, Mr. Doobie? But yeah, I mean, I was what time? What age is the average like fourth grader?
I- 10. No. 9, 10, 11, around that age.
I guess I was probably like 12 or 13, so I probably wouldn't have been interested in Club Penguin.
Dude, I still understand. Oh, but I got 2 more. I think I have like 2 more games.
Okay. I'm trying to save the hard hitters for last. I got 2 hard hitters, but I'm gonna save those 2 for last. We already know one of them, but the other one is mystery. Mystery. Good dude.
Resident Evil.
No. I didn't ever play a Resident Evil game until I started streaming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I didn't have anything to play it with. And by the time I had an actual PlayStation 2, I couldn't really find them very easily anymore. And I was like, spooky game, I don't want it. Okay, dude, want to say stream? I advertise it all the time, Mr. Doobie. It's the Whiskey Chest Podcast, where we talk about things for like amount of time. Yes. Today's topic, I need to get like a little topic thing to put on the screen. But today's topic is like classic games and like games from childhood and stuff. Like good memory kind of games from the past. But see, another one that I'm going to throw out here is Devil May Cry. And not just any, it was the 3rd one. I remember I played that game all the time and I loved that. I don't know why I keep smacking myself in the leg. It's really weird. Spanking myself. You ever seen this before?
Naughty.
Well, this is only the 4th episode. It's only, wow, it's been a month already. Pretty much.
Yeah, just about.
Damn. But yeah. This is the 4th episode. But yeah, I love playing Devil May Cry 3. It was a really fun time. I never really got as much into the first 2 as I did 3, though, for some reason. But yeah.
I haven't gotten into any of them.
It was fun. I remember going to Walmart to get it. I had to, get my mom to get it. It was rated M, and I was definitely underage. And then the dude that was getting it out of the case was like looking at my mom like, "This is rated M. Are you sure you want to get it?" My mom was like, "Yes, it's okay." And I got, and then I went to go Dante to school. I mean, what? No, just nothing happened. I didn't even go get a red coat. But that's what turned me on, I think, to like white hair and like white hair being like cool kids.
Yeah, you can. 40 years, 70 years ago. Cool. Am I right?
Because then, in like when I was playing games and stuff, I was like, "Oh, I gotta make my hair white, dude. That's what cool kids are." Okay, here too.
This is another browser-based massive multiplayer game that nobody probably heard of. Pop Tropica. Have you heard of that?
What the fuck? No.
Yeah, I figured. Pop Tropica.
Pop Tropica?
Yeah. It's it's an online. I'm about to play it right now. It's a browser based.
What the fuck is this? What is this? This dude has a beard and he looks severely depressed. Somebody give these men some anti-depression medication.
Allow me to explain.
Hold on. Oh my god, they're dealing with... They have like biohazard now?
I'm actually too old to play this game. So,
this one's dressed as a demon that's inappropriate for children. It's very, very angry looking.
Well, what game are you guys playing?
Pass.
We're not playing any games. We're talking about games. This person is not dressed very well. I would give them a thumbs down.
So, the point of this game was, you go around and you sell and you get shit to customize your character and everything.
You get what to customize your character? Cut off.
You get like clothing items, stuff like that. You just make yourself look like a dude, like I'm about to do right now. My dog's barking at like the reflection.
Oh hey, this is a pirate. This is a stereotypical Mexican man. This game is now banned. This man is Zeus. Or they all look so depressed, like they just got like. Oh, let me show this on the screen. Looks like they just have major depression issues. But yeah, I have never in my entire life heard of this game.
It was really big in the 5th grade when I was a kid. Like this, it was this and Club. These were the 2 games played as a. And oh boy, did I play the shit out of this one. Like I actually just got back on and replayed it some more. When
I was in elementary school, it was all about fucking Pokemon games and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Back when it was wholesome.
Back when times was.
It's amazing how much changes in like a few years.
This chick over here telling me if I know how to play Pop Tropica. Bitch, I'm a veteran at this game.
It's still around too.
Yeah. It's probably the servers are just empty, I'm sure. But I'm here because, yeah boy.
Yeah boy. What, there's a Pop Tropica and a Pop Tropica worlds?
There's many worlds in the game. Oh, this music's extremely loud.
No, like this one, it's like the different titles. Pop Tropica worlds. And the avatar looks completely different.
Well, their world, it's because in the game you go to different worlds and you have to do like quests in there to unlock more items, and you complete the quest to complete the world, so you go to the next world. Like I'm doing this right now. I'm about to solve some quests real quick because yeah boy knows how to. No, shut up, Montana.
Whoa.
Just shut up. It's like barking at like the reflection of my headset that's bouncing off the wall.
Pop Tropica and Pop Tropica. Why is it so hard to say? Pop Tropica and Pop Tropica worlds are 2 different things.
They are?
Yeah,
I've been
same developer, but obviously. But I think Worlds is like the updated version. Like RuneScape Classic to like RuneScape 2, I think. Are you about to get addicted?
The Worlds. No, I'm looking at this now. Look at this blasphemy. It's linking me back to Pop Tropica, though. What?
Voting der Toten.
Let me in. Oh my god, it just linked me back. Play Pop Tropica Worlds. Play Pop Tropica. It's linking me back and forth to the games. Okay.
But hey, Nico, how you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. Just feature. My turn. Let's see. I'm slowly running out of games I can just like summon from memory because I did make a list. Hey, Nico, what's one of your favorite classic like childhood games that kind of get a little teary-eyed when you think about it? Those times long gone, those friends missed, etc. I wonder if I should bust out the 2. Maybe should I wait? Oh, you got Roller Coaster Tycoon as well. There you go, trash. Tomb Raider. Never really got into Tomb Raider. I played on one of those demo discs, but other than that, never really played it too much.
Tomb Raider with Lara Croft.
Lara Croft. Hey, Dad. How you doing? You may be able to stop by and say hi. Hello. I guess I might as well bust out. Okay, so we already know what one of the 2 is. Can you guess what the other one is for like the top 2?
Give me a hint.
Starts with an R.
RuneScape.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that too, actually.
Yes, RuneScape was a massive part of my childhood. Like thousands of hours worth of childhood.
Took up, like the end of 5th grade and like the middle of middle school for me. Like 7th grade. Like, oh my god.
I was still playing in high school. I was still playing a few years ago.
I was playing it last year, actually. I got back into it. And I tried to get you into it, and then you said, nah.
I would know. I would love to play. I mean, if you could spot me like 20 mil or something, I'd totally get back into it.
Dude,
I just lost all of my shit, and I really don't want to go back and get it again.
Recently, because I actually died with all my money on me from a bear.
What you get for being dumb?
Shut up. No, I'm just like so depressed. I don't want to play it anymore because it was like a lot of grinding too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, I could go for it again. Believe me, that's the thing. I feel like we could do like on nights.
Yeah, sure.
At night, we just hop on, just play some RuneScape.
Just hit me up, fam.
All right, I'll have to get my account back and figure all that. Get them to roll out.
Gotcha. Place my mic if I can find another one. Okay, this one hates me. Feels bad. When they changed the combat changed okay with me. I mean, it was a little bit weird. I still prefer the I kick your shins, you kick my shins combat, just because it was what I knew. But I still played even with the combat change. But Mr. Dead, how you doing today? How'd your stream go? And what do you have any classic games from your childhood that maybe bring back some tears from like times long gone? But yeah, still we can talk about RuneScape for a while. But I was playing like even a few years ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, like not even that long. And then I stopped playing for a little while because I think this is around the time we were doing like Counter-Strike and stuff. But I like just couldn't get into my account anymore for a while. And then eventually got into it like last year, maybe 2 years ago. And just everything was just gone. Like I had like all of my Bondo's stuff and like my fire cape that took 4 hours to get from that asshole. I had, you know, like all of my skill capes were gone. I had like over 100 mil with me and that was all gone. I had that like smacky, I don't even know what it's called anymore. It was like a smacky bug mace thing that was even stronger than like a god sword, I think.
The thing that everybody carried around. And just like a tail looking thing.
That's the Abyssal Whip.
With it.
It wasn't the Abyssal Whip. It was I don't even know. It was, you had to like repair with like chitin or something.
Well, I made it to level 42, and that's about as far as I got. I never got a skill cape.
I was max level. I was max level for the time. 138. It's higher now, I think.
I think the new RuneScape, I'm close to something. Let me check.
I'm good. So what close games I'm gonna go back to Castlevania Simon's Quest. What is Simon's Quest? It sounds kind of familiar. Did anybody else as a kid play? I'm trying to remember that. Was it? Hold on, let me look it up to see if I'm getting it right. Oh yeah, it was. Did anybody else as a kid play fucking Pajama Sam?
Nope, just you.
I knew like one other person that played Pajama Sam. I'm disappointed you have no love for Sega. I never got into like all the Sega games I've ever played just weren't very fun.
I mean,
Pajama Sam? Yeah.
I played Napoleon Total War. Sega. Love that game. I still play it sometimes because I'm just so good at it.
So good at it.
Master General. I can lead any army.
Too good. See, but yeah, I remember because I had a friend that's still my friend now, and we played pretty much every day. We'd get home from school, I'd call him, and I'd have him on like speaker, and we'd just play all day long. We just do so much stuff. It was such a good time. I'm a little sad now. I feel the sadness inside. Sadness. Okay, you're done. Maybe you can talk about some RuneScape stories or go on to your next game.
Well, the next game I got is Counter-Strike. But not CS. Counter-Strike for Xbox Original. Which is completely different from all the other Counter-Strikes, even though it's sort of similar to Source, but not really. It was different. It was
So the bargain bin Counter-Strike.
Yeah, bargain bin Counter-Strike.
Gotcha.
It was awesome, dude. Like honestly, oh my god, the maps in it. You had Miami. Miami was my favorite map. It was a bank robbery map. And you just sit down the hallway with the auto sniper and just go to town. Oh, it was just, you get shields in that one.
booped it.
Yeah, that was big.
You'll make show everybody Pajama Sam. I didn't really play this a whole lot. I remember it from my childhood, but I didn't really play it too much. It's like a point and click puzzle solving.
Yeah,
kind of
I have
game.
no idea what this game is.
Yeah, most people don't. But let's see, what is Ultima? The entire Ultima series. It
Is
sounds
that a piece
familiar
of
to me.
broccoli?
I guess so.
That's a piece of broccoli right there.
Wait a minute, I think this actually looks familiar to me. I think I had like there's like this CD, and it had like 100 like really old games on it. I think I played this on it. I could be wrong though. Can't remember too well. But you're an old man like me, Mr. Linux. You're so old. Did you ever play the Mech Warriors?
No.
I wasn't asking you. Jeez.
I don't know what you're asking.
I was asking. Your name isn't Linux.
No. It's
Yes. Nice. Okay, so what was your game?
I think I went through them all. I don't think I have any more.
You don't have any more?
No, I
That's
think I
bad.
went through all my games. I even hit fucking Voodoo Vince.
Where's the porn lab?
So
let's see. So far I have. Let's see, RuneScape, Devil May Cry, Robotech Battle Cry. The Mech Warriors, the Doom 3, the Doom, the Conker's Bad Fur Day. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was another big one as well. There's just so many things. Different Pokemon games. 007 Golden Eye brought up. But I gotta say, the game that brings just the most, like, memories and stuff is probably Halo 3. That was the time when, like, just everything was, like, amazing.
that's when times were simpler.
Yeah. I was still playing RuneScape along that time, too, so they just kind of melded together a little bit. But yeah, I remember just playing Halo 3 with friends, just having a bunch of fun time. I was a part of one clan called the CTR that was just really fun. I met a bunch of people, got into a bunch of shenanigans. There's always things to do. And it was just nice. That was the first game I actually cared about being good at, too. And I think the first time, it was the very first time that I actually had, like, a online multiplayer experience. Well, actually, I take that back. The first one was on the Star Wars Battlefront on PS2, where you had to do it like old school, and it was like really weird to do online stuff. It was, it did that too.
Yeah, I played split screen over my friend's house because he had Xbox Live before I did. I didn't get like Xbox Live till like late middle school.
Oh wait, hold on.
So
sorry for interrupting you. Sophia, this sounds like, is it a Command and Conquer maybe? You never got to play the Halo games, Linux. I feel bad. Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Continue.
What was I saying? Hold on, I'll remember in a second. Oh, Halo 3, yep. I didn't have Xbox Live till late middle school, so I didn't get to play. I had to go over to my friend's house and do like the split screen multiplayer where you can sign in as the other person or as that person, but it's like the +1 near their name, so you know it's like, oh, he's a split screener. Yeah, we played that. We played Crazy Train with me, my friend, and my brother. Just us three, just fucking laughing our asses off. No, the game mode. Do you know Crazy Train, the game mode? Have you played
No. That? I don't know that one.
You or maybe I game mode.
I mean, maybe I did, and it just doesn't. I don't remember the name, but doesn't sound
we
familiar.
lost Craig. Well, I'll just be the host for now. So,
What? But I'm right here. I'm right.
Hello.
I'm right here. I've been here.
What happened?
Nothing.
Were you talking? Oh, then I must have hit like a
Yeah.
mute button. I'm like, oh, you just stopped talking. Then I hit the
Huh,
volume up. Oh, there.
I don't hear anything anymore. This mute button.
I got worried. I was like, what the fuck?
I know you can join in, Mr. Linux. Are you in the Discord? I don't. Oh, there you are. Get into one of the. Go into General Meeping, and then I'll drag you on over. But yeah, okay, you can keep going. But yeah, but what is? I don't. Yeah, I've never. Like, if I might have played Crazy Train.
It was like the one where you played on Last Resort, and they had they had like the containers they can go inside, hanging like above the ground, and one infected had the gravity hammer. He has to try to bash the train cars out so people will fall out and they just kill him. And it was so fun, dude. Like, oh my god.
No, not Command and Conquer, silly.
Commanding officer.
Very, very different. Oh yeah, but oh man, Spyro, yeah, I love Spyro. I played a bunch of. I can't remember which Spyro it was. It was one of the PS2 ones, but yeah, Spyro was a fun game. As far as platformers go, I mean, Jack and Dax are still technically a platformer, even with 2 and 3. I mean, yeah, actually, it's definitely a platformer, but that's probably my favorite platformer. But yes, up here, there it is.
Hello?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me add him.
He's muted himself.
No, I think the so let me add him to the permissions. This is a high tier elite class area that only certain qualified individuals are able to partake. I didn't save the changes. Oh wait, no, it should. Oh wait. View channel, connect, speak, voice activity. There we go. Now it should. Now it might be able to unmute.
Hello.
There we go.
There we go.
Hello. I saw a voice bubble, so I think it's working.
Yeah, I did too.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Hey. Hi.
Okay, you have the push to talk set by automatic, so it's not going to just go by my voice activity. My voice activity is not good enough to participate.
I should change that.
It should have. Yeah, changed it. Should be voice activity TPT? No.
That's fine. I have no problem with it.
Oh, okay. So, this is Mr. Dead Linux. I assume he is a murderer of the Linux operating system.
Hacking a little bit, yes. Bringing things back from the dead. Yeah, it's a name I took a long time ago. But basically it means that I game on both Windows and Linux, so I can speak to both. Of course, I've been using them since, well, I've been using Linux since 2003, so.
I've never even touched one. What does it feel like?
It's like nothing I can describe. It's like the best pair of boots you can possibly buy, or the gentle kiss of a loved one. It's just another operating system, really.
Oh. What kind of kiss?
That was good.
Never heard of an operating system described as such beauty.
I know. Or like the swift kick right to the heel.
Yes, that too.
The gentle caressing of the cheek. The tickling of the ear. So, so I put Mr. Linux is the streamer, and I put his link in the chat there.
Oh, yeah.
So he plays Skyrim a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He loves the Skyrims.
Mm.
Scams.
Don't we all?
Yeah. And by 2020, I'll be able to play it on my faucet. That'll be a great time. So, Mr. Linux, what are some, like, great classic games that you'd like to talk about? Tell us about this Ultima and such.
Oh, geez, the Ultimate series. Yeah, no, I remember those. Oh, gosh. The first one came out a long time ago. It was Aklabeth. You could get it for the 486 in DOS. I remember that much. I never played it, though I got introduced to it through... there was a Ultimate 5 was released for Super Nintendo. And so I played that, and then my mother bought me the PC version, which was a box set, and she got me that one at the same time as Final Fantasy VII, which at that time released on PC as well as PlayStation. So I had it for PC way before. And the Ultima series are a lecture, just kind of a lecture in pain and frustration.
Is it really hard?
But they were one of the first real hardcore decision-based RPGs. So even before you got started, the character creation was based on a series of moralistic questions you had to answer. And obviously the graphics were really, really basic, but you had a party, a basic RPG elements just like everything else, and the story was good too. But when it got to Ultima 5, then it got a little bit more graphically intense, and then it was cross-platform. But it was pretty cool. But yeah, I remember playing those. I never finished any of them, but they were good.
Those sound pretty good. Did it run off of like a D&D style RPG system? Or something similar to that? Or was it like its own beast?
It was heavily influenced by it. I think you couldn't say it wasn't... didn't have those pieces. It especially focused on moralistic choices. So, like, being lawful versus being, chaotic or evil or what have you. Actually, they use that within the game a little bit, I thought. But as far as the actual like stat system, yeah, it's basically reminiscent of your D&D style choices. And the combat was tile-based, turn-based. So you had your characters on the board, you had the enemies on the opposite end of the board, and then you had to move your characters, and they had this is like before action points. So I forget how they determined how many moves you could do, but then the enemy did their thing, and all I remember is if you could have somebody with fireball, that was like the one thing you wanted early game. Otherwise, you could win nothing, because you get swarmed and surrounded, and it was all over. But they do not age well. The later ones do a little bit, but they did not age very well, and it was it was an experience. But I just wanted to bring it up because that was a memory of when I was younger, trying to get those to work and trying to play them and understand them, and it was I was so glad to go back to Final Fantasy VII.
If that was too dumb as a kid, I would never be able to succeed.
Me either.
I was the type of person to play like an RPG game and like focus on like one character to like, this is my guy! And like all the other dudes were like level 1, I was like level 500. And it just never worked out. That was me.
And that was what game, Craig?
Just pretty much every game. I don't know. That's why I could never succeed.
MMOs mostly? Or you're talking MMOs mostly, online
just games? Like games like, no, just like RPG games and stuff. Like, you know, you had like a party, and I'd always, even Pokemon, I'd level like one Pokemon and nothing else. Or I'd play, you know, like Neverwinter, and I'd have like a party of people and only level like one person, which would be my main character.
Oh, Neverwinter. There you go. That's going back a bit. I just picked that up from Good Old Games. They had it on sale for like $4.
Yeah, I played that a lot, too. It was a fun time. And then there was... there was Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 1 and 2, and the Champions of Norath, which are on the PlayStation 2. I remember I played those a lot too. Those are fun. What else you got for us? You played MechWarrior. Did you not like it?
I couldn't get into it because I was still... See, I went from console to PC. So the MechWarriors that were available weren't They were okay, but I think the last one I remember was for Super Nintendo, I think. It was good. I was the same way. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. Trying to think of though. I mean, I can go back all the way to Atari. We don't want to do that, do we?
Whatever you want. But with Mech Warrior, I never knew what I was doing. I was like very, very young and stupid, and I could only play it when I went over to my grandpa's house because he had a computer and he liked games and stuff. And I just kind of sit there, not even because you had like a billion buttons, you know, like you just like to like turn on the mech, and you gotta like do the hokey pokey to like move around and stuff. And I just kind of sat there and was like, oh my god, I'm in a giant robot. I just had fun because I was stupid and I was easily entertained. But yeah, Atari games.
Well, the one I was thinking of was I just saw an article about it. Does anybody? Well, maybe I'm dating myself now. Does anybody remember?
Did you buy yourself flowers?
I did, but I didn't show up. I actually stood myself up. It was bad.
I hate when that happens.
It happens all the time. I think I said 2 different places and I picked the wrong one. No, anyway. Sword Quest. Does anybody remember Sword Quest?
I think I do. Let me Google this.
I heard of it.
Does anybody remember the actual like big like marketing propaganda that went around that game?
No.
It's fascinating, and they had an article. I forget where it was on. Was it on Ars Technica or Gizmodo? I can't remember. But they talked about it because it was when Atari just became flush with cash and could do no wrong, and they made Sword Quest, and they wanted to have they wanted to have a game, a comic book, and then a puzzle you had to send in, and then a competition. And the first one went okay, and the prizes they did, for some reason, oh, by the way, thank you, Trash Child. I just saw that. Thank you. I try to have a decent voice. But no, it was they were the company that owned Atari at the time. I think it was that. Also owned whatever jeweler they had, or jewelry company. So they made these rewards that were like diamond encrusted things. And the guy who won it obviously got the first one. Then they had 4 games they were going to release. They got bought by another company after the second one was released. They did make all the prizes though. They were worth like $25,000 a piece or more.
Whoa.
And they had 2 people who actually did win the competition, one for the first game, one for the second. The guy who had the second prize still had his. The guy who had the first prize, like, melted it down for cash when he needed it. And then the ultimate prize that you were supposed to have gotten if all 4 games were released, as I think was hanging in the CEO's office of the company that bought him. It's just really weird. But you had to read the comic book and look for the, I think it's purple text on certain pages, and then put those together into a word. And then that word was to become into a sentence. And then you submitted that. It was really weird. Cool, but holy cow, it was just...
Yeah.
This sounds pretty weird. It
I
sounds
just Googled it.
Yeah.
It's the grand prize of the Water World. A sword with a gold handle encrusted with jewels and a blade made of pure silver.
That's it. Yep.
It was valued at $50,000.
Now we could werewolf hunt.
He kept the sword. He melted down the thing that with it though. I forget what that was. Oh no, was that the sword of? Oh wait, let me see if I get this right.
This is the sword of
penultimate truth.
Ultimate sorcery.
Ultimate sorcery. God,
Yeah.
It was the medallion of penultimate truth. I thought something penultimate.
Probably.
I can't remember.
I just looked for the grand prize.
Did you see the picture of the guy who won the first one with that rocking mullet?
Can probably find it. Sword Quest.
And the mustache is just, mwah. You don't get any better than that.
Oh, the guy that has like a turnip face.
Yes. Oh, this screams fucking 80s right here.
Well, yeah, yes, it does. That was prime gaming time. That was history right there.
He's gonna get his prize and go hit up a Metallica concert after this.
I don't even know if I don't even think Metallica was around at the time.
In the
It's like a
80s,
game.
All
yeah.
the girls
In the
you
80s,
got from this picture.
depends
Oh,
on the 80s in here, but I don't know exactly when in the 80s. That's a nice circle.
You know what? He looks like
There it is.
Daniel Radcliffe. I love it.
Daniel Radcliffe. What?
Like this guy, the Michael Rideout in a
That's
Chalice
it.
of
Right
Light.
out was one of them. Yep.
Yeah, he looks like Daniel Radcliffe, only with like whatever facial hair that is. I don't know what that is. It's like Spanish conquistador meets
Yep, that's him.
80s.
You've got the right picture. I'm not even looking at it, and I know that's the right guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's
That's
this
him right
dude.
there.
It
That's
kind of looks like
hilarious.
that one guy from such fake TV show. Oh, what's his name? InfoWars. He looks like that guy from.
Oh yeah, sure. Yep.
Do you see
Yep.
it?
Totally. I can see that.
Wow, this is what they were doing before.
Gaming in the 80s. What a magical time.
Honestly, these are like the people I'd expect were to win these kinds of prizes. I'm not surprised at all.
But men who were worth that much back in the 80s, that was way more than it is now. Ooh, that sword looks really cool though. I don't know. I don't know if I'd rather like sell it or keep it, because I've always been more about like functional swords as opposed to like decorative ones. But I mean, that's just like, but that's just so pretty.
Well, I can't, what was the name of the? Does it list the name of the company that made the jewelry? It's a famous one. Like you'd recognize it if you saw it.
Does it involve every kiss in the beginning with a K?
K Jewelers. Alright,
I can't find it. Hold on. Sword Quest, Super Prize Sword, Jeweler. That's not how you spell prize. It's an S, not a S.
Not a Z? Oh, it depends. I suppose what company you're with.
Yeah, I can't find it.
I know, and it was a bigger company. I just thought it was weird that they had that sort of connection there, and that's why they had the jewelry. But yeah, so there's I remember playing. Okay, so to bring it back around to what you originally asked me, which was about older games, right? was I remember playing that because I found it used, obviously, because I came to the game way late, and trying to play it and understand it without the manual and without the comic book, and it just made no sense. But every once in a while, you'd do something sort of right, and things would happen, and then like I lived for that. Like I didn't understand it, I didn't care, and then that gave me my love for obtuse, obscure RPGs.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about enjoying the times. What else you got? Were you a Nintendo fan?
I was, yeah. I had a I went from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, and then to Genesis, and then I gave up on consoles. I had a PS1 just because I had to play I wanted to play Final Fantasies on there. I played them a little bit, but by that time I was in college, and I just didn't really have the time anymore. But most of what I did, I cut my teeth on, was Nintendo and Super Nintendo and Genesis. And I'm trying to think of one that I played well, Final Fantasies don't really count. I think a lot of us have memories of Final Fantasy, especially now that they're all released again. I'm trying to think of anything obscure. Well, besides your Contras. Oh, Simon's Quest. Simon's Quest was the second in the Castlevania series, and they went away from their general. I mean, it was still Metroidvania, but it was really an RPG.
Oh, it's a Castlevania game?
Yeah, it was the second.
Is Simon like the forgotten brother? Is he the Luigi of the story? Is the forgotten brother?
For Simon's Quest?
Yes.
Well,
who's Simon?
It wasn't the quest for Simon. Simon actually was questing, though. So I think he was in search of himself more than anything else. No, it was what was it? It was okay. So in the first game, Castlevania, you kill Dracula or whatever. Well, the second game's plot was that, oh, well, now you're cursed and you have to find the body parts of Dracula, put them back together and smack him in the face again. So that was why it was an RPG, and then they put it back together. Or that you have to follow through this huge map. And I remember I had to buy a strategy guide to figure it out, and in a sitting, I went through the whole game once and finally did it. And I'm trying to remember the name of the magazine, because it wasn't Nintendo Power, it was another one.
I remember
It had the
Nintendo
full
Power.
map. I loved Nintendo Power. Oh man, that was the best. I used to keep all of them. But I can't remember which magazine it was that had the full map of the entire Castlevania 2 world. But that was, yeah, I have flashbacks from that game constantly just because I played it so much. So there you go. So that was Nintendo. But that was Simon Squares. And then when they went to Castlevania 3, they went back to their same mechanic, but no more Simon. So it was somebody different every time after that. But yeah, so that has a special place in the cold dark cockles of my heart. It's for Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest.
No, it's not cold. You just forgot to pay the heart heating bill or something.
I just have to get the furnace repaired.
Yeah.
Have to get the filter replaced.
Oh, before he strangles me, I should probably talk about a dubious question. He wanted to know which games from our past and childhood scared us the most, or had moments that freaked us out.
Oh, scared us the most?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or just freaked us out a bunch.
Okay, well, if you already mentioned yours, what was the one? Were there some that already were brought up? I may be coming in to the party.
No, this is for all three of us who haven't answered yet. I'm trying to think of one because there's a few.
Well, I'm gonna throw Silent Hill out there. I think that's one I think we can all put up there.
I never played Silent Hill until I started streaming.
Really? We
Yeah.
a buddy of mine and I played it. We decided because we're stupid in college and drinking heavily that we'll play it at night. And we'll play it through midnight, and we finished the game at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was the freakiest thing. It was in his apartment, and his apartment had 2 floors. No, it wasn't an apartment. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was. And we were in the basement with no light, playing on PS1 Silent Hill, and that was we were scared out of our minds.
No, please, not that scary.
Well, it was at the time. That was high definition graphics, and it was like
true.
you were really there.
You were inside the TV.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. What was it? Pyramid Head? He wasn't the only Pyramid Head. I mean, they all had weird octagonal face structures. But
Are you shit talking Pyramid Head?
I
No, he's
I know
daddy.
better than to do that. I mean, no, but it was scary enough. I think mostly it was the music and the subtle changes between scenes that did it.
Yeah.
So it's like, where are we? Why did that go black? Why is this reddish now? And then the weird baby things and the lumps on the back shoulders, and it was just like,
Oh yeah.
it was awkward enough to make it scary. So
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have played it as a kid, not when I was streaming. But I was a bitch as a kid, so I never would have actually played it and gotten like I had issues with the spooky part of Mario or Super Mario 64.
what?
Yeah, as a kid, so I definitely wouldn't have been able to handle Silent Hill, which is so weird because I don't even get scared of horror games anymore.
Well, why
it's
was
like a
everybody
big
so
change.
scared of that one? I don't remember
Because
why.
I wasn't used to anything else like that at the time.
Oh sure. Okay.
So just kind of new, and it was a Mario game. You jump in and just automatically changes to super spooky. And what am I playing right now?
That's right. You weren't the only one to say that though, because wasn't it the piano thing that suddenly came to life and started trying to eat you?
Yeah, I just
Was that
like it.
part of that?
Yeah, I just made my controller a projectile, hit the wall.
Yeah, damn mimics.
Yeah, and pretty much every underwater thing had me terrified. There was a part of Conker's Bad Fur Day. There was zombies, and then there's an underwater part, or a few, and that really spooked me. And the giant eel and Super Mario 64 scared me a lot, and the fucking shark in Banjo-Kazooie. It was dun 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 when you're in the water.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
Yeah, it spooked me. It was good times though.
It was a good scare.
Yeah, now that I think about it. The first actual horror game I jumped into was Amnesia.
You're kidding. Really? You went that far? Holy crap.
Yeah, it was maybe that's why I don't have an issue with horror games, because I just went from like 0 to 100.
Yes, you did. That's one I still have on my list that I have to play before I give up on games altogether.
It's very, very fun.
Well, that one, what was the one after that that was not supposed to be as good? Was that
Machine for Pigs?
Machine for Pigs. I wanted to play that just because of the title. It sounded really intriguing.
It's super on rails. Like it feels like you're more of a spectator going through as opposed to something actually happening to you. But the main like good point about Amnesia is all the custom stories and all the cool things you can do there.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess I didn't think about that.
Yeah, there's so many custom stories. Not to mention how a lot of people got their start on YouTube.
Oh yeah, well, true. Yeah. And then that was when we got the Five Nights at Freddy's, and then everything went downhill from there.
Yeah.
I appreciated the concept, though. I mean, I like watching it, but I think that mechanic is... Actually, no, you know what? No one ever used that mechanic again. Now that I think about it.
Wait, which mechanic?
Five Nights at Freddy's. I was just thinking that the having to be stuck in one place and controlling access to yourself. I don't think there is another game like that. Most other games, you have to go into scary places.
Well, yeah, when the Five Nights at Freddy's first release, it was definitely unique, but then I think they just kind of stomped it into the ground after that with clones.
Well, yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely, that's true. Well, I guess, yeah, there were a couple other ones like that. But no, even some of the other ones, there were clones per se, still couldn't do it the same way? Or you still had to walk around? They still always had you moving, whereas the first one...
No, they were still just sat there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Some of the newer Five Nights at Freddy's will have you moving out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I just never got into it.
Away from that, going back to that sort of agency, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. It's overrated.
Yeah, I don't like jump scare fest. I like a nice atmosphere and all that, like Silent Hill and Amnesia. How did you feel about Resident Evil? Like the originals?
Well, those I never played.
I'm
afraid to say it because it's come up in chat a couple of times. I saw it pop up. No, I have them. I have them now. I never played any of the Resident Evils.
They're pretty fun. I absolutely hate tank controls though. But I mean, like, you can, like, if you can get over that, then they're pretty fun.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I'll try anything once.
It's also,
kind of games.
It's very puzzly. Like, I don't even know of any other games that did it at the time, because I know Silent Hill didn't do it. But you can pull up an inventory, and some of these things are really cheeky. Like, you have, like a book, and you can examine it, right? And you would think, like, oh, I can flip it over and look at the back or whatever, and like, oh, whatever, so you don't do it. But you actually get a book, and you have to actually, like, turn it, and then, like, check it, and it, like, opens up, and there's like, oh, there's a key in here. There's, like, some really, really cheeky things like that that were pretty new to me. I played it when I first started streaming, and someone had to tell me. I was like, oh, I can open this.
Yeah, there's a lot of games like that, where it's just like the one thing you think from every other game you played, it should just be window dressing, and it's not. It's actually a mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of the last one I ran into like that, where it's just like you hit your head against the wall for like several hours until you finally... Oh, Skyrim! Skyrim does that to me all the time. Oh my goodness. A lot of things that they just blend into the background, and they... Oh no, you can pull that! Okay, then why is it so drab? I can't tell the difference because evidently the contrast on my monitor isn't high enough to tell, or something.
I hate it when that happens. Even, like, it wasn't yesterday, I think it was, 2 days ago, I was playing Resident Evil Code Veronica, and I was walking around trying to figure out what to do for like 30 or 40 minutes, and Sophie was trying to help me and stuff, and I just couldn't figure out what to do, and someone was like, hey, did you try the door in the garage? I was like, what door in the garage? And I go over there. It's a subtle little camera angle change. I was like, oh my god, it's been here the entire time. How did I not notice this? And I felt really dumb. The camera angles are mean.
Oh, camera angles will kill you. Oh, jeez. There's one. Man, especially in the beginning, camera angles were a thing. Oh, I hated it. That'll drive you to drink right there, depending on which game it is. Holy crap.
Eventually, you get used to it, though. Eventually, but it's still always just kind of weird. And you never know exactly, like, where it's going to change.
Darksiders 2 did that to me recently. Because I was playing that, and there's a couple places where it just decides on its own to help you out by changing camera angle to something static when you didn't have that for the entire game beforehand. And you're crawling on something and having to hold down shift and something else and something, and then, yeah. I don't know what they were thinking. Good game, though, besides that. Oh, Dead by Daylight I never played. I don't know if anybody else has. Craig, did you ever play Dead by Daylight? I thought you did.
No, not interested. It's just, I've never really gotten to games where you just kind of have the same thing over and over.
Right.
I mean, I guess it's not I mean, there's some things I could do over and over, but it's like very specific and usually involves me being younger.
Repetitive. Yeah, same here. Yeah, the ability to grind goes away with age to some extent.
Well, not necessarily grinding, just like, I don't know, it's just, like, I can sit and just kill, like, wolves on, like, World of Warcraft all day long and not get bored. But I can, like, go into, like, Counter-Strike and play, like, 3 matches and just get extremely bored. It's just, it's weird, I don't know what it is. I think it's just like having to actually work.
Yeah, I don't like it when games make me work either. Yeah, no, I don't.
Because I gotta
put it on rails for me. Can you just put it on rails for me? Is there a rail option?
Just play the game for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I gotta like put my big boy tryhard pants on if I'm playing like Counter-Strike or something. But if I'm just grinding out for like a level, I can just put on some music, maybe talk to someone, just do it that way.
Right. No, that's true. Yeah, there's something to be said. I guess I take it back. Yeah, there are certain things I actually kind of like grinding, depending on what the game is. Something that's kind of expected and you have an expected progression. There's something about that that's rewarding in a really weird and very boring way.
Yeah, not to mention my thousands of hours on RuneScape as a kid. I am damn well good at grinding.
Oh god. I was gonna bring up another horrible. You brought up RuneScape. Did anybody ever play Tibia?
The bone?
No, the MMO, the massively multiplayer online game Tibia. Somebody will have, and they'll freak out. Hopefully,
Tibia. See, I'm googling this now.
It's still up, which is really sad.
A bunch of bones popped up. Oh, let me put it in game.
Good. Change your search terms, quick. You're about to become educated. Don't let it happen.
I've never seen this before.
That was it was pre RuneScape, I think. Gosh, I'm not sure.
It's just like maybe like super classic RuneScape-ish. I was a RuneScape 2 kid. Where all the fun was. Outlast 2 is creepy. Don't bring up that game. It gives me PTSD of rage and hatred.
Outlast 2 does?
Yes. It's just so dumb. It was so dumb. It was so bad. Okay, well, it wasn't super bad, but just like, I feel like they could have done better. I could give so many reasons why if somebody wants to know. What are your feelings on... Oh, yeah, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong 64, that was a fun game. They got that, like, rap opening. Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
That was a time.
I never played that. Everybody...
you didn't?
Because that was when it was... Well, it was to 64, and by that time I had given up consoles.
Oh,
just didn't have an interest anymore. But everybody talked so much about Donkey Kong, or, like, Crash Bandicoot, or, Zooey.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Thank you, Banjo-Kazooie, right. But yeah, that was... I think I think my interest waned when I died over and over again at a party when people were playing GoldenEye, and I decided I will never touch this system ever again in my life.
Were they playing Odd Job?
Somebody was. Somebody must have been, but I just, yeah. That's actually, actually, now that I think about it, that aversion to James Bond GoldenEye, I think, carried over into first-person shooters, so I'd never wanted to play things like Overwatch or Quake or Unreal Tournament because it's just like...
Unreal Tournament, I remember. Headshot.
Yeah, exactly.
Monster kill.
That ran on Linux, too. There was a Linux version.
Don't worry, nobody need to know that.
Somebody out there just wrote it down, and they're gonna be Googling it tonight. You just watch. Nobody will be looking it up.
No. Okay, Grandpa.
Oh yeah, I guess because I'm so. Oh yes, because I'm the only one who can remember these things. Yeah, right.
What is it? It's like you'll rue the day I told you that then it'll make a comeback.
See how many people are looking for a copy? Well, I've got a copy now.
Put it on your tinfoil hat.
Yeah, well, I'm already wearing that one. I don't take
that.
No, just because you use Linux doesn't mean you have to wear a tinfoil hat anymore. Yeah.
Anymore. So, anything? Can you remember any other games?
I'm trying to think. Those are the big ones. I'm trying to think of any from Genesis or from Sega in general. That I liked as a kid. Phantasy Star. The Phantasy Star series was great.
Oh, was that a Sega game?
Yeah, it was. And it came... You can get it on... Did I get it on PC? No, you can only get it through Steam through the Sega bundle. But that was good. That was right up there with Final Fantasy. And then they had Phantasy Star Online, which was... It went really well for a long time.
Oh yeah, I thought this looked familiar. I remember playing the Xbox Phantasy Star, like MMO-ish type of thing.
Yep, that was it. Yeah, that was on PC too. That was one of the first, well, not one of the first really popular MMOs, but it was an early MMO, and it was popular for what it was, actually. Surprisingly enough. I don't think the servers are still up, but they might be.
It was interesting. Didn't hold me very long, like the Xbox.
Oh version. Yeah, no, I can imagine. Yeah, yeah.
It was just because at this time there's like a bunch of other MMOs, you know, like World of Warcraft and like RuneScape and stuff. And this one just looks like kind of poo-poo, and just like, I can just go play something better. It was still kind of sci-fi-ish, you know. That was interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to think of any sci-fi MMOs are out now. Well, I guess
the Old Republic.
The Old Republic. Is that considered KOTOR, or is that different?
Not Knights. It's just Star Wars: The Old Republic, the MMO.
Yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic, MMO. Okay. Mass Effect, the new ones. That's an MMO, right?
No.
Is it single player?
Yes.
I thought it was an MMO. Why did I think that?
I don't know. There's like a co-op version, but it's like a, you know, like a firefight wave by wave kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, shoots then. That changes things a little bit. I'm trying to think if there's any... Well, then there's Star Trek Online, which is actually pretty rad.
Sure.
Hey, you get to fly spaceships. I'm cool with that.
Okay, yeah, this I'm pretty cool. This is one really bad MMO that I played as a kid, just because I'd never had a computer able to run WoW as a kid. So there's this game called Fliff, and it stands for Fly for Fun.
I remember Fly for Fun.
And it was so cool at the time, because like, oh my god, I can fly around as an MMO. What? It was just like mind-blowing at the time. And then I played WoW, and I was like, oh, people have been doing this forever now.
But it had skateboards. It had flying skateboards, though, Craig.
Yeah, that's true.
That changes everything. The game it's a whole different game then.
Mm-hmm.
You don't grind and kill the same enemy over and over again at all to get to the next level. Hub world.
Yeah, I thought you did, because I remember you had to be like a certain level to even fly, and you had to grind to get it.
I think that was the whole basis of their entire model for making money on that game. Was you had to grind to fly. That's what it should have been called. Grind to fly as the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Tyler. Did you have any games as a kid that like spooked you? Ladies and gentlemen, I think he's had a heart attack. He's dead. Yep, he's dead. Okay. Well, anyway, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because you never said you were into or got into Halo, because you didn't have a console at the time. Compared to like you, I've only really been on PC for only a few years, really.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when I gave up my 360. I think it was around the time the first Lord of the Rings, the Shadows of Mordor or whatever.
Oh, that's not that long ago at all. Wow, okay.
Yeah, because it was the first time I could afford it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Shadows of Mordor came out, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Yeah, and I built my first computer too, so that was cool.
Wow, well, good. That was, yeah, I think I built my first computer with the aid of a friend of mine in, oh god, was it 1999, I think? Oh god, I'm old.
I was but a wee lad in 99. See, I was 5 years old.
Oh, god. All right, yeah, so I am dating myself. I remember back when... I do not remember punch cards. I'm going to make that very clear. I don't remember punch cards. I'm not that old. Close, but not that old.
Hey, Grandpa, could you tell us about your time in Guam?
It was Korea! No, I'm just kidding.
How was that great to...
What?
Oh, I heard somebody. I heard him. Is he there?
I think he...
Here. I was quiet for most of it.
Did someone use a defib on you?
No.
Oh, welcome back to the realm of the living.
I never left. I was still here. I just didn't talk.
Well, I asked you a question.
And you probably asked it when I just groceries.
Oh, maybe. Because we're talking about games that like spooked you as a kid.
Yeah, I was there for it. Well, hold on.
Orc.
Well, I didn't have like a really spooky game, but I like an experience at one point when I was playing a spooky game that just kind of like snowballed into like, wow, I'm terrified. It was Left 4 Dead, right? I was playing that on Xbox, and it was like late at night, so it was pretty dark out. Well, obviously it was dark out, but I was also home alone at that point, and I was sitting there playing games, and you get the occasional like, oh, it's a little bit spooky because you're dark and it's home alone. But then like all of a sudden I was playing the game, and then the sound from my bathroom like made like a weird sound. I don't know what it was, but it was just like super spooky.
Was it like a flushing noise?
Yeah, that's really what it was. It was from the toilet, and it just scared the living shit out of me. And then I like could not continue playing that game. I was like, dude, I'm too freaked out. So I just stood by the front door and waited for somebody to come home. And that's how that game spooked me. But that's really I never really played spooky games, so I can't.
Well, there's like Super Mario 64 and like the mansion and like the spooky piano and like spooky sharks and.
That was really my only like scary experience with a video game.
Yeah, but Left 4 Dead's actually like a partial spooky game to begin with, so it's cheating.
Well, I don't really know then. No, I'm the only one that's normal, I guess. No, nothing really freaks me out about that. Like normal games that are intended to scare you.
Well, the mansion-y part in Super Mario 64 was definitely meant to spook you. Because it had a cheeky jump scare. Oh yeah, what about Doom? Did you ever like Doom?
Nah, never played it.
Not you, I know you.
Yeah. I got into the new one. I played a little bit. I mean, I played the old one a long time ago, but
I played the old one a lot.
I never really did because it was just, I guess it just wasn't my thing at the time. Now I played the new one and I love it, but I think it's just because it's evolved so differently. It's got such a different way now.
Yeah, I like old things. Doom. It's a great series.
Okay, so what's your feeling on Doom 3? Because isn't that the one that some people liked it and some people absolutely hated it?
Yeah, it was because it took a complete different turn. Because you know, like all the other Dooms are like, blasting the metal music, super aggression, bashing things, gunning things down, crazy stuff like that. And they were like, hey, let's make it more of a horror game, like super dark and like spooky, and you like spooky noises and stuff like that. Like I enjoyed Doom 3, but it definitely wasn't the same as the other Doom games, for sure.
And that one had a lot of jump scares too, just for the purpose of jump scaring, didn't it? Or am I wrong?
The original or Doom 3?
Doom 3. No.
Yeah, it had jump scares. Like, I don't think it had a bunch of jump scares, but yeah, it did have jump scares. Like, I remember one, you were like in a little office and you like pick something up and a thing just like bashes through the window. It's like blah, 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 blah.
How was that again? Sorry, I missed that. How'd you pronounce that?
Wait, what?
It burst through the window, and what did it say specifically? What was the verbiage there?
You can save at least $100 by switching to Geico.
Oh God, yeah, that scared the crap out of me too.
It was a pretty terrifying time. I don't know why Doom made me remember this, but there was a game back when Blockbuster was a thing. I would always go and I'd always rent out the Star Wars Rogue Squadron. It was a fun game I played. I kind of miss that. It was kind of bad now I think about it, but kind of fun. It was one of those aerial flying games. You like did missions and stuff.
Oh, that? Wait a minute. Okay, well then that made me think of Wing Commander. Because I remember playing that as a kid, too. That was cool. That was a trip. I think they had one for Super Nintendo, too. So I did play some of that series.
Cool. Did you ever get into RuneScape? Probably not.
Here we go again.
I tried. I think... Does it still run in Java? Like you have to have Java installed to run it?
I can't remember. Probably.
Oh, man. There was... I tried it, and I think it was just the fact that it just ran so horribly on the machine I had. I don't remember why. But yeah, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
You might have just been a little too old at the time to enjoy it for what it was worth.
That could be. I remember I had to... I was wherever I was working, somebody handed me a laptop and they said, can you take a look at this, because my child has been trying to run a game on it or whatever. And I opened it up and sure enough he'd been running hacks in RuneScape and I could see all the scripts he was trying, and I just thought, what is this thing? I don't get it. Why?
Tell him to hit me up. I need some
Need some of those hacks.
I should have saved him.
Need some GP.
Oh crap. Next time I'll remember to back everything up first for RuneScape.
Yeah, what about WoW? A lot of people have had major times with WoW.
No, I've never touched WoW. Not once. It's I was the only MMO I really got, well, there was a couple, but the one I ever really played a lot of was Ragnarok Online.
Oh, hey, I've played that.
I loved that game. And I think I just loved it because of the art style and the music and the setup, but the game itself wasn't the best. Well, for what it was at the time, I mean, it was an MMO, for take it or leave it. But after I was done with that, I saw WoW when it came out, and I don't know what it just turned me off for some reason. I think it may have been just I wasn't ready for a fully three-dimensional game. I don't know.
This newfangled technology is too scary.
That might be what it was. But then after that, then I saw how far people got into it, and it became, and how fast it scaled as far as learning curve, and I just I just couldn't get into it. So no, I never touched it.
I mean, I didn't ever touch it until like way later, but I definitely enjoyed. I mean, ever since Mists of Pandaria came out, I've been getting and trying every expansion. It's always been a very fun time, for me at least. I just wish they would have.
Oh, go ahead.
I just never like the fee every month is probably something that also probably turns you off a bit. It's a pretty hefty fee.
Isn't it still $14 a month or $8 a month? I can't remember.
I think it's like it used to be like 15. I think it still is somewhere around that ballpark of like 15.
Yeah, that sounds right. And yeah, that did. Although I was paying for EVE Online, which I think was more expensive at the time. Now it went free to play, of course, but
I know
there's an easy way to sink hours and hours away doing something mindless, mining away.
What about EverQuest?
No, never touched EverQuest, and I didn't touch Ultima Online on the same token too. So those were kind of contemporaries for a little while, weren't they?
I think so. What about like oh, I can't believe I forgot to bring this up. Oh, Tyler, I failed you. Okay, so this might be on the same level as Halo 3, actually. Like in terms of fucking Warcraft 3. Oh my god, I played so much of that.
Okay, I have a dirty confession to make. Is that I didn't get into StarCraft or Warcraft until StarCraft 2 came out, and then I had to go back.
Oh man, I didn't even play the RTS. I played the custom games galore. I had played with my friends so much. There's so many cool custom stories you could do. There's Vampirism. There was Life of a Peasant. It was like Parasite, and then like that was the time when Dota was actually like first came out, because that's where it started. Oh, it was just such a good time. Yep.
No, I was fascinated by it once I found out, but by then it was too late, and Dota was already becoming Dota 2 and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, it was the one I got into at that time was Diablo 2, of the same kind of stuff.
Diablo, how can I forget Diablo?
I have fond memories of. That was the first. Me too. I think it's the only LAN game I ever truly played. And I remember, well, I was in college again, but that one I remember pulling CPUs out of nowhere and putting them on the kitchen table with a bunch of big honking CRT monitors, thinking the table might break, and running Diablo 2 over and over again. That was a blast.
I broke my foot with a sick skateboard trick, and by that I mean I was sitting down on the skateboard and my foot got caught in the concrete and it twisted, and it broke. But I remember sitting down with a cast, laying on the couch with a laptop in my lap, playing Diablo 2.
That's the best. Oh, that's the best.
Those were good times.
You could play it on a laptop, which was awesome because it was well,
easy to run.
Could and you couldn't. I mean, you didn't. Did you have a mouse or did you not need one?
Yeah, I didn't have a mouse. I just used the little pad thing.
Touchpad? That's what I was thinking. I thought, like, for some reason, the controls were easy enough that you could get away with it without having to have a mouse if you didn't need to, and it wasn't terrible. That's cool. That was fun. I remember there was a while there that every computer I ever touched somehow ended up with an installation of Diablo 2 for some strange reason.
Just Tyrael, just chilling. Was it Tyrael? I think so, right?
Yep. Yeah, Tyrael was the angel out of there, yeah. And I remember watching the opening sequence over and over because it was just that good.
Yeah, and he was all like, I'm in a robe, and he's like, wooga booga booga booga. Like, spooky things happened.
Mercious. I remember more lines from Diablo 2 than I remember from most movies. It's really sad. Like,
stay a while and listen.
Never forget that your ultimate quest is to defeat Diablo and the 3 primevals.
Mr. Deckard. What a guy.
I miss him. Yeah. Oh well.
The good times. I only played like the Barbarian too. I just liked being able to dual wield two-handed things. It wasn't even that like good. Like there's so many people that did like way better because I always play like multiplayer.
Sure.
But it just made me happy. That's the good part.
It was killing things and getting stuff. The game, and it was one of the first that really did it in a way that was addictive as all hell, and it was awesome. But I think I did Assassin most of the time. After I got the expansion, that was, and yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, one of my other favorite lines was once you get to Act 2, I think, and he was headed east, always east. And I just remember that every time I hear any game that's mentioning direction, I just remember that line.
Always east. Blech. So whatever.
Good old Mercius. I think it was the name anyway.
Deckard King. I'm gonna look at some dialogue of Mr. Deckard.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This isn't very helpful at all. Wait. Good afternoon, good day, good evening, good morning, good to see you. Greetings.
Good to see you. Yeah, he was always made you feel good when you went back to town. He didn't make you feel like you'd given up on life.
You have returned.
Yeah, all of his dialogue was good. That was actually the only reason I played Diablo 3, was for his dialogue in it. Because I wanted to see it. Or hear it, I should say. See it. That makes no sense. Well, yeah, I did want to see it. I had the captions on. Whatever.
Oh shit. Wow. Usually it's only lasts like 30 minutes to an hour, but it's been 2 hours.
Oh shoot, sorry. Yeah, I gotta get going here too. Sorry about that.
No. Very interesting. Hopefully we can have you back. It was good having you here.
Yeah, no, this is fun.
We do it every Sunday if you can make it. You can come by any Sunday you want to.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And remember, everybody, twitch.tv/DeadLinux. He's the murderer of Linuxes, and he'll try to sell you Linux, but don't listen to him. He's crazy.
I'll take 10.
I told you not to listen.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. They're on order. We'll get you some. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Stop corrupting him. He's impressionable. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us with the Whiskey Chest. I finished my Wolfroy a long time ago. Anyway, hopefully I'll see everybody tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. But, yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Dad. Hopefully we'll see each other again soon.
Oh, definitely. We'll see you next time.
Pick up your glasses to friends, to family, and if you drink, come have a drink with us. And goodbye.